So what are we going to talk about? I'm going to give you this A to Z guide on how to add virtual online services. It won't make as much sense unless you watch this virtual happy hour, which everyone's going to do. It's a step-by-step plan. All right. So for those of you who don't know me, this is me. These are my two boys, and life has changed, right? I mean, I have been hunkered down in my home with these kiddos, with my whole family, and life has changed, as I know it has for you as well. But I always have to include a photo for those of you who don't know me, and just explaining kind of this time in history to my boys. How many of you guys, if you have kids, what kind of key phrases have you been using to kind of explain what we're going through with your kids? It's always good in the chat room for people to kind of see it. We can learn from each other. But that's kind of how I've been saying it with my boys. I saying, you know, we're doing our part by staying in. We're in California. And this is a time, a unique time in history, but it's a time for us to really grow and learn and shine. And I got to credit all you guys here because we're going to learn a lot. You're here to learn. So you're actually in the right place. You're not binge watching Netflix right now. So let's talk about first things first before I jump into exact A to Z how. I've just got to tell you guys, I'm grateful for you. I am grateful to be able to do this, to do what I do. And I just have to start with that. In these kind of times of crisis, it really makes you count your blessings, right? So I also have to tell you, I have this full guide for you because I know while I'm going to show things for you in this presentation, you're going to be asking me, how do I get this? How do I download this? How do I get it? Don't worry. After this presentation, I have to still button it up. You guys, because you're live, are going to be the first people to get this. I also want you to know I'm grateful I can do what I do remotely, that I'm able actually to do this. I have had an online training. That's what I do, online training for 15 years. This is my wheelhouse. So I'm so excited that I can do this, that I can build more training. And I'm doubly excited that I can help you do this remotely for your clients too. And that's what we're going to do here. So, wow, I love this picture of February because what a difference a month makes, right? Can we all agree? This last month has been crazy for the world. I'm sorry that life has changed for so many of us, right? And I really do feel, I have to preface this by saying I feel for those families whose health or even their losses that have been permanent through this time. I know we are all glued to the news watching that. And it is heartbreaking. I feel for those who are in the midst of kind of crisis and they lost their jobs. And I just want to say we're all in this together and we've all been affected. And I kind of included this slide because I think it puts us all in kind of a perspective of, wow, right? This is unique, and a perspective of gratefulness, and to encourage you, to tell you that you can be kind of that calm in your client's stormy life, really, at this point. You can provide that calm encouragement. Your clients still need you in times of crisis too. And there are ways that we can adjust our business, which is what I'm going to talk to you about, to help people. I mean, I just want you to step out of ourselves right now. I know we're all kind of worried about kind of where we're at with our business and how life has changed, but really, I had to take the time to really think about what a home seller is thinking right now. If you had your home on the market and now this hit, that is tough, right? Sellers still need to sell. They still need to prepare their home. Or what if they had this perfect plan to downsize or move in the next month? That plan has been blown apart a little bit for them, right? So I love what Joan says. We need to remain positive and courage. That's absolutely right. And we can do that. We can do that also for our clients. I'm also going to double down because I've just been stuck at home for, and I know you're stuck at home. People are in their dwellings, in their homes, and being stuck in your home actually either makes you appreciate it. I'm really appreciating my recent remodel, or makes people a little frustrated with their homes, right? Can you all kind of agree? Are we appreciating our homes, or are we a little frustrated sometimes with them? I know a lot of you have been probably organizing your closets or rearranging your spaces, and trust me, the world is doing that, right? Can you all agree in the chat room? Go ahead and just give me a yeah. So that leads me to, how will you adjust your life and your business to this temporary place? I say temporary, but we don't know how temporary, right? So making this quick adjustment, and trust me, what I tell you today, you'll be able to make the adjustment within a few hours for your business as options for your clients. I'm not going to scare you with too much technology or too much life change. But I have to include this slide because the only thing constant is change, right? I think we all know that. So unique times call for a unique approach. That's what I'm going to give you. I'm not going to necessarily tell you to do what you do and just throw it online, because that's kind of confusing to all of us, right? And I want you to know this is a really unique chance for your business to shine. I'm giving you a pep talk because I actually got this pep talk myself from my Facebook ad girls. She just said this because, trust me, my first reaction was, oh man, I've got so much on my plate. I can't wait to redo my site, redo this, redo that, hunker down just for a few weeks, right? And my Facebook ad girl said, you know what, this is not a time for you to do that. You need to be out there, you need to be teaching, you need to be shining and doing what you do. So I'm just passing to you what she told me and what I'm kind of been spending time to do. Training is my wheelhouse. That's why I created this over the last few days for you. But what is your wheelhouse? Your gift is design. So tough times require us all to kind of help one another. Will your clients remember you for the help and encouragement you gave them or for your absence? I love what Doreen just said. So true. Perfect opportunity to grow and just do it. Shout out to Doreen. If that's my Doreen from New Jersey, Scott told me to give a shout out to you. So I have to say it because I know he's been chatting with you today. So that's great. And I love it. Thank you for encouraging us in the chat room by throwing that out there. I have to share, just even in our private Stagers Connect group, some of the funny posts. I haven't been in there as much because I've been working on this training, but Sarah's, she just staged her kids' Barbie house, right? We have this gift, we have this creativity. It pulls us to do these things. So I just was just cracking up on this one. Another thing I had to share is another one of our members. She went for her run and her neighbors actually wrote really cool, encouraging quotes on the sidewalk. What a great idea, right? I know you're probably seeing things like this in your own community, right? Either people are either rising to this occasion or kind of, not. So that brings me to my quick disclaimer before I get into the goods. I'm going to give you a specific I'm going to walk you through a specific process of how I recommend you adjust your business for these times. You can decide if it's a fit for your business or not, right? I'm going to get some flack for some of the stuff I'm going to tell you to do here. I know it, and that's okay because I think unique times call for a unique adjustment period. What I'm also suggesting is not that this is permanent, right? This is a temporary time for all of us. I'm going to give you reasons for the way I recommend you do things. Obviously, I'll always give you the business reasons behind it, but you need to decide if it's a fit for your business. And yes, I have a lot to get over. Give me the questions at the end. I'm going to tell you, but do not worry. Everything I'm going to go over is going to be given to you in a complete guide, copy and paste swipe file that you can easily learn a few hours. I'm not quite done with it after this presentation. I want to do this presentation first, link it to the guide so that you have the replay, and then go for it. So let's talk about preparation. Preparation, I think, is the key to success. And I'm just going to walk you through exactly my little steps. People who've gone through my training know I'm very anal about my step-by-steps, but first thing I'm going to have you do is consider your services, your online services, and what your follow-up process will be like. Don't worry, I've got some email examples for you. Then I'm going to I have a video I've already created. It's not even 20 minutes that actually shows you how you can set up a free Acuity account to automate your calls, your call-ins to your clients. I give you the imagery. I'm going to give you a series and also some marketing tips. Okay, so these are the steps, but I'm going to walk you through them in the guide that I'm going to send you, but also in this training. So quick steps for today. This is what the guide looks like, just so you know it, and it has the links. That's why I have to give you the guide with the links. Each link in the guide will link you to how to do what. So click here, you're going to set up your free Acuity account. Acuity is an online scheduler. Don't worry, I'm going to show it to you what it looks like. I'm just trying to automate some of your actions so you're not wasting time on phone calls. That's all. And then I have my 20-minute video on how to set up the scheduling account and how to copy and paste the services I recommend into it so you're not typing or looking at an empty account. I'm going to give you all the copy and paste stuff. Then I'm going to give you access to my Canva templates. I'm going to show you what they look like. They're basically buttons and they're beautiful to kind of promote your new services. And then I'm going to, if you don't know what Canva is, here's a link to create your Canva account if you haven't already. And then here's the link to access my templates. Don't worry, it's going to be in the guide. And then I'm going to give you the example email of how you email your list, your new services, and then recommend how you post this and how you approach it. And then I have even a 5-minute video for those of you. I offer websites to my members, and it literally took me 5 minutes to add this to a member's website. 5 minutes, call to action, what it should look like, and how to copy and paste, what to copy and paste in there. I'm giving you that stuff in the guide, so it's all going to be great. Don't worry. 7 steps is all it will take you. With a 20-minute video and a 5-minute video, it'll probably take you about 2 hours tomorrow to do. So here is what Acuity looks like. It's Acuity scheduling. Don't jump on it right now. Remember, you have to watch this training first, and then you can go through my steps in the guide and my 20-minute video. Don't wait. I know, Robin, I know we're all anxious. But basically, look how cool this is. You'll see I have the copy and paste for you to set up your different appointment types and put it on the schedule. It is free. Acuity has a free option. It also has a $15 a month option. Hey, I am a bottom line girl, and if $15 is, on a monthly basis too much, I get it. What the $15 option gives you is the ability to actually copy and paste your email sequences in Acuity. So it's all kind of automated. I'm going to show you what that looks like, so it might be worth it. If not, you can just email your clients yourself or use whatever you use, whether it's MailChimp or, whatever email schedule you use. The point is I want you to put this process in your own process. All right, so I know if you looked at those services, you probably saw that I had free staging discovery calls and free design discovery calls. And I know my trainee people know that I never recommend you do anything for free. But here's the way I would position this, and here's what I'm going to tell you today in these unique times: goodwill through tough times. I do recommend you create these free discovery call services offerings for both staging and redesign. Now let me explain them. I never recommend free, you know that, but this is unique times to be helpful and give your gift of design to your clients. You're basically automating your first point of contact with clients. If you use Acuity, before they pick up the phone and call you, they're actually going to schedule that phone call, and that's your 30 minutes, but it's just going to be a more organized first 30-minute call versus the unorganized calls you're already getting. Imagine most of you don't use an automated scheduler because Acuity's in Calendly is another one. I recommend Acuity because it's free and cheap. They're newer technologies. In fact, this isn't even a technology I have in my staging training. It is in my e-design training where I do walk people through, but that's a newer training. You can automate that first point of contact to build goodwill, to give your business exposure, actually help desperate sellers for occupied homes, which they're all occupied these days, right? People are living in their homes. The discovery calls allow you to do introductions and talk to people. They allow you to prepare for the call ahead of time. I'm going to show you what it looks like, don't worry. You're basically getting clients comfortable with the technology ahead of time. That's why I recommend you use Acuity and you schedule it. So it's a link on your site. It's a link in the email that you send where they can schedule that call time instead of just randomly calling you. And then that call time, you can send them some preparation emails ahead of time. I'm going to show you what those look like, and then be ready for that FaceTime 30-minute call where you can go through the home and help them, just give them some tips. Now, it's just a little bit of goodwill. It give clients a lot of value up front. Like I said, I'm not changing your business model into a free one. I would never do that. These are unique times where it's giving you an opportunity to help. And like I said in my disclaimer, you don't have to do that if you don't want to, but I think it will really give your business a chance to shine and help people right now in these times. It also will help people not to feel so isolated. People are stuck in their homes right now for design or for staging, and it will also build your own credibility. You may be reaching people who otherwise wouldn't have even been calling you otherwise. It's not much different, by the way, than what you're already doing, except you're automating it. And the rapport is built before the conversation. So my staging clients know that when somebody picks up the phone and call them, they actually spend quite a bit of time with this order form, talking on the phone with the client and getting those questions up front. So what I'm suggesting you do is you have a schedule for that phone call. And not only do you get some of those questions done up front, but you actually walk through the home real briefly with them. So that's all. And this is a free call when clients call in to see if they want to use you, right? They're not paying you for that call. So it's not that much different. So let me tell you what's in the guide and what I'm going to give you. This imagery you're going to get in Canva, so you can completely change it up and swap them out and add your own branding if you'd like. But here's how I would describe the free staging discovery call. I give you the description about chatting. You're basically copying and pasting this verbiage into the Acuity as your new setup. And in the 20-minute video, I show you how to do that. And then I even give you a message on the confirmation page. Once the client actually schedules your appointment with you, based on your open time, which you set, they actually get a confirmation that says, hey, mark your calendar. This is great. In the next few hours, I'm going to email you some how-to. Don't worry, I've got that email for you. And finally, no judgment. Don't be self-conscious about your space. I can look past the mess. We're going to make buyers fall in love, right? So you're just kind of passing on some encouragement. This is what the Acuity system looks like. And this is where in that 20-minute video that I'm going to give you a link to, you just literally copy and paste that information inside. And then that design call, that design service is set for you. Sorry. And then you can do the same for your design discovery call, right? I know a lot of you have said this is the time when you should probably be starting design. I know my e-designers, they're already kind of doing that. E-design is an easy thing to kick off. And design discovery call is an easy thing to kick off, and then to kick off your e-design if you want to do a design plan after that. But I give you the copy and paste swipe files. This is the same thing you're going to do. You're going to add it to your Acuity. And I even added a service, a button that you could put on your website for your agents, because agents are in a tough situation right now as well. They may need some advice from you as to how you can work remotely with their clients, right? Why not offer that free information pack call, right? So again, call it whatever you want. You can go to that Canva link and change the name, change all this stuff. I show you how in that 20-minute video. But why not, right? This is a time to reach out. So do these three kind of discovery call and the agent services make sense to you? I'm just making sure you're all on there okay in the chat room. Just give me a yes, this makes sense, or no. Don't worry, I'll do questions at the end. I'm just walking you through some basic, this is how you're going to get your business out there. This is how you're going to get exposure. And I'll show you the email that I recommend you give out to your clients. Yeah. Because I don't know about you, I've been a little frustrated. I feel like I'm getting emails either from businesses that are like overly selling me their stuff, which is kind of annoying during this time to me. I don't want to hear people like, here, now is a great time to buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. I am loving the emails that I'm getting from businesses that are saying, how can I help you? Can I show you this free, like what I'm doing with you guys? Like I said, my Facebook ad girl gave me kind of that epiphany where she said, this is your time to give back. And people, that resonates with people. So it is a unique time. We're giving back. Yeah, Leslie, it is super annoying. And you're seeing it. So what kind of business are you going to be giving back right now during this unique time with your clients? Okay, so you may be wondering, what is this? These are all the images I've created for you in Canva, so you can completely change them up, but they're kind of cute, right? And they're my own like personal stock imagery that you can use, or you can change it up. Okay, so you can see that when you set that up in Acuity, and like I said, I've got a more detailed 20-minute video because I couldn't do it on this in this training because it would have been doing too much with all of you guys on it. But you can see it kind of ends up when a client clicks on, your discovery call button that you're going to put on your website. Don't worry, I'll show you. It'll open up this kind of Acuity screen that you can customize. You can put your logo at the top, and you'll see there's the button where I put that description. There's the pretty image that you created for it, and here they can pick what time. You can see they can select the time, they can hit continue, and then it'll ask them their name, their phone number, their email, and then they just click complete, and it'll actually confirm their appointment. Right? So that is pretty cool. So they just can do that on their own, right? And you will know in your calendar, you're going to get an email that shows you that somebody booked your time for that call. And so it's all kind of automated, but that just kind of shows you what it looks like. I'm not recommending you change your process kind of other than that. So basically, however your process is for that first phone call, just, you're just kind of massaging it. You're not charging for anybody who calls you in and asks for your services anyway, right? But what I am asking you to do is give more value. Use this time to help people. Add a little bit more to it. You're automating some of that first process where you can get that information up front, and then you can, in the phone call, focus on maybe giving them some staging tips and doing the walkthrough. And I'll walk you through. So you're just adding more value. You'll notice that all I asked for in that Acuity scheduler was their name, their email, and that's it. I don't recommend you ask for more than that. Acuity will actually let you create an intake form where you can make it super cumbersome and ask them for this, that, or this. I say just get it on the books. I mean, maybe you want to ask for the address, go for it. You can always do that and it'll just add to the form. But I always like to make barriers to entry pretty low. Does that make sense to you guys? You can go ahead and put yes in the chat room. But you can actually have more questions on there on Acuity if you want. I should have mentioned that. So you're just using, so what I recommend you do is once that call is made, you're going to send them an email where you're going to have them photograph their space. And I recommend you use the technology you already use to get photos from clients. So whether you're comfortable emailing or using Dropbox, I'm going to walk you through what that email should look like to your clients. Don't worry. But it's just kind of automating that. Structure equals key to confidence, because I know a lot of us have not felt confident kind of running this with our clients. Like, how is this going to look? How do I do it? We'll just set it up, have them click on the calendar to book a time with you. Once they book your discovery call, you're going to send them this intro email with photography tips. Don't worry, I listened to you. The last virtual happy hour, you guys were like, my clients don't know how to photograph well. I have instructions in that email for them and a link to their Dropbox. If that's what you're going to use. Then the client can you can even in that email ask for a little bit more information if you want from the client, and have them email it to you, or you can actually use a free service like ucalc.pro. It's like Typeform, but it's free to create kind of an intake form on your site if you want to get fancy. But again, you don't have to. Then during the discovery call, you're going to discuss their needs, kind of where they're at, how they're feeling. I mean, you're checking in, right? Everybody is going through something right now. So put your empathy hat on. Just remember that, if you have to remember my words to you about like really feeling for where they're at. These are tough times to sell. It's a tough time to live in a home that's not beautifully designed. For either one of your clients, these can be tough times. And you're just going to provide them tips, walk through the services. You're keeping it to 30 minutes. So of course, you're not going to give out the farm, right? None of us can go through a whole consultation in 30 minutes, and you can leave it at that, or that you can offer to do more if they want it. They can either DIY where they're at, that's a starting point, or they can do more. Let them know you're going to follow up with more kind of email tips and just follow up in the next few days if that's okay with them, and wish them well. Okay, pretty simple. So let's see. Oops, I meant to detail that. That's them booking their call. This is the email. Oh, forgot I had every detail slide. Here's the email that I'm going to give to you to send to your clients. Hey, hi, name, whatever you want. Thanks so much for scheduling your free discovery call. I promise you'll get a ton of good information and value with our time together. These are strange times, but when this virus is over, people will be hungry to buy a home. This is the email for obviously your staging clients. You can tweak the verbiage for a design. It's not that much changed, right? Number one, please email back right away. Let me know your address so I can do some research on your demographic and neighborhood comparisons, right? We're letting them know that we're actually putting some time into this for them. Number one, I'd love you to send me the room photos. We can strategize our time. Here are some quick directions. And this is some quick directions that's from the design files that shows them how to just photograph their room, the lights on, the foam. You can create your own if you want, but I thought this one was good already. And you can either have them email your photos, or you can create that Dropbox folder, give them the Dropbox link. I recommend, if you don't use Dropbox, it's another kind of pretty free tool. You create a folder, name it the date and your client, and then you can share that folder with your client. They'll get an email that says that folder shared, and they just click on it and they can easily upload, and they can do it from their phone. There's apps for it, their iPad, so it's really easy. They don't have to download photos to their computer and then upload them. But however you're used to getting photos from your client, go with your process, like I said. But if you don't normally get photos from your clients like that, then I recommend you check out Dropbox. And then finally, I want to encourage you by letting you know that a little work ahead of time will not only help you love the space you live in, but will also be ready when this crisis is over. Again, just encouragement. Let's do this, right? And then you can give them their appointment reminder. So does this email look pretty good to you? Is this something that, go ahead and put yes if that sounds right to you. So they book their discovery call, they get that email so they're ready for their time with you, right? This is UCalc. This is the, if you want to do the type form, I meant to show that to you, where you can create like these kind of easily forms. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty intuitive, pretty easy. It's kind of hard to see. I should have mentioned to you guys, you might want to go big screen on this video so you can see a lot of it. But another just free tool if you want to automate some of your form intake or your onboarding to your clients. But some of you may already use like 17 Hats and other automated systems that make sense. Okay, I don't want you to change too much of what you already do. Like I said, I want you to do this in 2 hours. So it's not so hard. So you can have them fill out that additional questionnaire either via email, which might be easiest for them, or using that type form if you want to look really fancy on your website. And the next is the discovery call to discuss needs and the provide tips. What I recommend you do is practice with your friends. I know a lot of you are super uncomfortable with that, but what you're going to want to do is get on your phone, have your friend do this, and practice with your friend walking through the home. Basically, you're practicing what you already kind of do in your, for my members, when we do the initial walkthrough, that's kind of what you're practicing when you're doing it on your phone. So practice with a couple friends, practice with your husband in your own home and be in separate locations. But get kind of comfortable walking people through how to move their phone. I know a lot of you will have a question on what technology to use. And again, I would say use the technology your client and you are most comfortable with. The various technologies that I think are super easy, obviously, are FaceTime, Skype, and Zoom, right? Because you need them to be able to be mobile and moving it around their phone or their iPad. You don't necessarily need to see their face, but you need to see the room as they're walking through. I recommend you have them walk in the doorway of each room and slowly pan with with the camera so that you can see it first. But keep in mind, you'll already have the photos ahead of time, so that'll be helpful. You'll already have that. The key is that we're all in this together. Your clients don't expect you to be perfect. Yes, and you've got it. My members, it is like filling out the first impression sheet, but you're also going to give them some tips, right? Just you've got 30 minutes, give them some time, wow them a bit. Be open, transparently, gorgeously you. You've got 30 minutes to wow them, you guys. Don't hold back. These aren't times to hold back. It's okay. I find that the more I give people, like what I'm giving you right now, I'm doing this webinar for free. I have no expectation that anyone's going to buy my training or buy my program. But the beauty of this is I know that when I'm giving my free information, people get a chance to see the way I work. They get a feel for me, and it's a complete law of attraction. So this gives your clients a chance to see the way you work, get a feel for you, and that law of attraction kind of kicks in, and they're going to be like, this is someone I want to work with when I'm ready to really list. Don't be overly salesy. Be giving. People read right through it. You all told me in the chat room how annoying some of those emails are right now when you feel like all they're trying to do is sell you something, right? And you don't need to do that, right? So don't worry if they don't buy. You know what I always tell people? I never get worried when people don't buy from me. That's okay, because maybe that was just, they're not my person. Law of attraction works both ways. So it's okay. But the interesting thing I want to encourage you with is a lot of times stagers tell me this all the time. The person they spent a lot of time with that didn't buy referred them 5 clients. So a lot of times the person or the agent that just doesn't use you is the one that refers you tons of business. You're like, oh, that's just goodwill coming all the way around. And that's what times like these are kind of calling for. And that's why I recommend you do this. So again, for my members, so I have to back up because this training, I have a lot of my own members on this training. I'm not trying to sell anyone my training, but I want you to know you're going to use the 8-step process that's in the training for each room. That's my 8-step fill room process. And you're going to send that email to the clients on the day of the appointment. You're going to let them know we've got 8 steps in each room. For the first 30 minutes, we're going to do our first impressions. We're going to eliminate clutter. We're going to try and get through as much of that as we can in our short amount of time, just to get them started on the right track. So you can do that initial walkthrough. Like Anne said, the first impression sheet, you guys know it's on your staging report. So you have that, and just spend 30 minutes giving a lot of value along the way. So for anyone who's, obviously whatever training you went through, whatever they recommend, just spend that 30 minutes. And then with the finish up option for more time, but let them know you can follow up via email with tips. You're really just there to help. As Doreen said, the most important thing is really just being yourself, getting real with clients, right? Don't worry, clients do not expect much for free, right? I've never had anyone after I do a free webinar giving a bunch of free information email me and say, I'm super disappointed because I expected so much more from you. It's like, really? It was free. Don't worry, the same thing goes for your business. You're in a spirit of goodwill putting yourself out there. They're not gonna like bug you or email you or expect more time. I mean, if anything, they might feel a little guilty, like, oh my gosh, she just gave me so much. Thank you so much. I so appreciate it, right? People appreciate that. So, so that's just kind of, a little bit of help, but don't spend 2 hours on the phone with the clients, right? That is devaluing your time. 30 minutes is plenty, right? You're giving them a taste. Oh, I should have mentioned this. I created these images too for you on Canva. I couldn't help myself. Keep in mind, I did have somebody in the chat room say, I don't, the images, I want to change the colors, this and that. Everything about this image can be changed by you on Canva when I give you the template links, which you will have in the guide when I get it out to you. So change the coloring. This is just my coloring, right? You can literally select pink and just change all the coloring. But this is the 4 steps to staging success. You can put this on your website as you're describing your discovery calls. You can put it in your emails, but it's schedule your free discovery call, photograph your space, follow our quick staging trips, decide to do more or just DIY. So I thought you might like this. Okay. And then I also did one for design, because don't forget, this isn't just about your staging clients. A lot of people are pretty frustrated with their homes right now because they're stuck in them. So I imagine you might get more design stuff, because what a fun projects, to actually help people with a little bit of their design. And design, guys, someone falls in love with your design approach and your design aesthetic and the tips that you give them, that's business that just never stops. So this is just another way to put some goodwill out there. I just saw a private question in the chat room from Liz. No worries, there will be a replay. I'm giving all of these Canva templates and these guides and the emails to you in a form. So it's all there for you when this is over, but don't email me. I haven't even been able to check my email in the last 24 hours because I've been working on this. Don't email me. It'll come to you because you were here, and it'll come to everybody. I'm going to work on it as hard as I can today to finish it, while I'm also having a little happy hour with you. Just kidding. All right. So email follow-up. This is the key to your success. You can't just drop the client like a hot rock. I should say prospect. So here's some email follow-up hot tips. Have a follow-up sequence, right? This is where everybody fails. Everybody fails at this. And this is how you can slowly and automatedly, yes, cheers, build relationship without having to do anything, right? You set it up once and it's there for you. Maybe another reason to invest in the $15 Acuity, just saying, because Acuity lets you just throw those emails in its system. But basically, you're going to provide design tips that fit their needs via email follow-up. And it's, guys, we all know how to do this, right, with our clients. It doesn't take much. It'll be like, oh, shoot, you know what? I want to send them that form on how to, like, I have this in my training. I know whatever trainings you went through, but maybe they need a closet organizational checklist. Got that in my training for my members. Maybe they need that staging cheat checklist. I know you send that in the next email. Maybe they need that home preparation plan that I'm just saying what's in my training. You've got that client kind of care, that client package that you take care of your clients, and you're just going to drip it in an email sequence afterward for them, right? To do some things themselves. So in each email, you're going to have just a gentle close, a PS, if you will. This is the best way to handle it, with an offer to spend more time together and a link to your Acuity full consultation, right? If they want to buy more time, if they loved it, there you go. That's all. A PS, here's a button. And with Acuity, you could do that. You just link it straight to the staging consultation or the design consultation. And you're going to send them an email day one after your email I should say, after your appointment, day 3, day 6, day 10, and day 15. Acuity will let you put these in there, I think up to 4 or 5. My eDesign clients know it because I gave them all. In the eDesign training, I have all the follow-up sequence with that too. But it's pretty good about that. For my members, again, I have to just side note, I'm going to build these sequences for you, and they'll be in the training. So using our forms, because I know you already have this stuff, I'm going to build that so that we're not all doing this, and then you could just copy and paste and use it, put it in your MailChimp or whatever. So it'll be with this training as another addendum, because you know I love you all. All right, email follow-up hot tips. Again, think about investing in Acuity. If you don't even have a MailChimp or any kind of email way to build your clients, an easy way is just to build those emails, and then it'll be for anyone who does this appointment. They're going to get this email, this email, this email, this email, and it's all automated for you, so you never have to lift a finger, and it's pretty cool about that. Staying in touch with valuable information is what this is all about. Give them good stuff. There's so much good stuff out there, right? Make it personal, make it good from you. Since most stagers are not doing this at all, this is called a funnel sequence, an email sequence, you are going to be way ahead of the game, and your clients will feel like, or your prospects will feel like you took care of them, right? I already mentioned Acuity can do all that for you if you don't have a system in place. Like I said, it's pretty good. And think about building automation into your business now, right? You could see a lot of this training is really just about building automation into your business, and start by just starting. And the cool thing is as these new technologies come up, it's easy to do. So let's go back to the quick steps I walked you through in the beginning. You're going to have your services. Remember, I showed you I had the copy and paste files for you, or you could just create your own. You're going to set up your Acuity account. You're going to watch my 20-minute video that shows you how to easily copy and paste those services into your account. And then I even in that video show you how to go to the Canva link, Canva template, and edit them or download them and use those little buttons and images I give you. So that's in that 20-minute video too. Create your Canva account. You're going to love Canva if you've never used it before. It's free. It's amazing. There's a pro version that I, of course, subscribe to, but you don't need it. And then you're going to access my images, and you're going to use those for a lot of things. Those images are actually Facebook ad size. Hint, hint. So then you're going to access that steps Canva imagery that I just showed you that you can change. You can use that for your website or in the emails just to be a little bit clearer and look good and show your clients. Here's our 4 steps to success. You're going to send this email below. That's in the guide. I'm going to show you this email. This is the email you're going to send to your entire email list about your new online services. Make sure you link those services to Acuity, and only send this email if you took, for those of you, hopefully you were in my last virtual happy hour. We've been doing these virtual happy hours since last week. We're going to do them. Strange times require strange things. We're virtual happy houring every Wednesday at 3 p.m. So we're going to be here next week too. But last week I gave you an email to send to your clients right away about just being there to help them, right? It was just not selling, just here I am. And hopefully you use that. Hopefully you all use that. Did any of you, chat room, any of you see that email and use it? I also did a blog post about it. So hopefully you did that. Because if you did that, you kind of set the stage for this next email I'm going to have you send to your clients, which is right here. So now that you've got your online services, here's the email you send to your clients. Dear, make sure you personalize it. I sent an email out to you last week about wanting to help in this time of crisis, and I meant it. Name, Audra. One of my gifts is design, and now that we've all had quite a bit of home time, I thought it would be a nice gesture to offer some free design staging guidance to my neighbors, friends, and clients. Home sellers, if you're thinking of selling your home but not sure how to prepare for that in this unique time, I'm happy to help. Click here for a free staging discovery call where we can outline a plan for you to start staging your home so it's ready for the market. I should mention you might want to put 30-minute call on that one. Home dwellers, if nothing else, I'm sure this quantity of time spent at home makes you want to change things up a bit, am I right? Click here for a free 30-minute design discovery call where we can chat about your space, provide some design improvements using what you already have. We are all in this together, and my business, along with yours, has been affected. While I can't spend hours on the phone with you for free, I can give you a lot of great advice in just a short amount of time to help you live better in your space. More importantly, I want to encourage you during this strange time to feel good and inspired in your home. All right. How many of you guys think that email is a pretty good email, right? Am I overselling? No. It is, kind of laying it out. You're just sending it to your neighbors, right? You're helping them out. No agenda, guys. We're not going in with any agenda in this time. We're going in, and that's what I'm kind of trying to emphasize here, with some help. But guess what happens is they're going to love you. Yeah, they're going to love you. And I know most all of you, I recognize a lot of your names. I know my members. The moment I meet them, I love them. So I know the moment that your clients see this and they just get this kind of, oh my gosh, thank you. This is awesome. And you may even put PS, no strings, no sales pitch. I mean, I kind of put that on my email to you even before, this is just about, giving back in this kind of strange time. So good. Okay, you guys are great. Give a little and get a lot. Yeah, Trina. We all need it right now, right? All right. Finally, I did a 5-minute video to my members who have websites through me, but it's also good. You might want to watch it. It's 5 minutes. If you have your own website, to show you, you don't need to get crazy. You don't need to create like a huge, because I think the technology is what's really like making us all a little paralyzed. Don't get crazy. Just put a call to action on the top of your services page. That's all I want from you. This is an example of the call to action I created in less than 5 minutes on the websites that we do for our members, because it's a pretty cool system and it has these automated call to action stuff. So it's like a little button that's on the top of on the services page, new online staging and design service to help you as we shelter in place. I mean, you could change this up, right, completely, but if you'll recognize it. Home sellers, if you're thinking of selling your home, this is basically I copy and pasted from the email that I just showed you. So you could literally copy and paste from that email. Here's the button, and the button's linked to the free staging discovery call, and then home dwellers, button to the free call. When they get to that call, they know it's 30 minutes, so it's all good. So getting back to our steps, you're going to send that email example, and then consider posting something similar to your neighbors. Again, no salesy, on Nextdoor. You're just helping people out. I've seen a lot of people just reach out to help people. I kind of love that. My neighborhood is a group. You're just kind of order your friends and family. It's really just about sending good vibes. And then watch my 5-minute video on how to create that call to action and add it to your website. You can add it to like I said, the top of your services page, change up maybe some of your homepage. I show you in 5 minutes how you could take that call to action, save it, and then just add it to every page on your site. Literally, I did it in less than 5 minutes. It's pretty easy to do. All right. Not a permanent solution, right? But why not? Sometimes you never know. It might actually help some of you to automate some of the processes that are kind of heavy in your business. And it might also help some of you expand your reach, because you can actually work with people from all over. And finally, don't forget, as part of your marketing, once you do one of these with your client, make sure you share the love and share your stories. One thing I saw Judith just do today, which I kind of love, one of my members, she shared just some beautiful photos. It's just a classic example of how loved having the opportunity to stage this gorgeous home. This is a good example of how you just share love. Love having the opportunity of chatting it up with, so-and-so today. Thanks so much. It's just, again, about spreading social love. And she did this beautifully in this post, which you could be doing for your current, as you're getting your own photos together, your own clients right now. Don't forget, this is the time to share some social love. Make sure you know when to say no, right? If you're in a client that's just constantly needy or wanting more, kind of taking advantage, most people are not like that. But that is, I always have to say, that's the 98 2% rule. There's always 2% that do. Those are the ones you just kind of weed out. Just eventually say they're not a fit, and then go with that. And then think about adding it today. Leslie, I love you're going on Stages Connect. Do that now. I love it. So remember your 7 steps. I'm going to send you the guide. Give me a couple hours because I need to put all my little finishing touches and I need to put this replay into it. That's why I didn't give it to you in this live one, so I'm sorry, but I will give this to you. And I just have to thank you, thank you, thank you. Any other questions? I know you got my email yesterday. Again, unique times. I normally never do this, but we are offering a special. Again, I'm not selling you, but if you want more access or you're thinking of scaling up, I have to still include, we have a coupon code. It's all caps, you got this, for all of my products, including our payment plans, which I don't do either. And it's just $50 off. It's not a ton. In fairness to everyone else who paid, this is just unique times. So I get it. Times are hard for people. I love it, Anne. She's ready to return to this and binge watch it. That's the beauty of replays, right? You can get right back to it. Scarlett, great. You will get the guide. Any questions? Yes, I'm going to record this, Annie, and I'm going to put it in the guide. Annie, hello. I get it. Don't worry. It's all recorded. It's going in the guide with the 7 steps, the email swipes, the Canva template links, and the website video to show you how to do on the website, and the little 20-minute video to show you how to use Acuity. So I really foresee that in about 2 hours, you'll be able to add this to your business. The automated call, actually, that's in the 20-minute video, Aileen. It's kind of hard for me to explain, but basically you're creating services that a client that have links, so that when the client clicks on it, it opens up to that Acuity account, that service, and lets them book your time. It actually creates a calendar for you, books the time. So it's really cool. Thanks, Deb. Thank you, guys. Okay, you guys are great. I love this. Not hardly any questions. Yes, HSR gals, you're going to get my Canva template links from this guide. Don't worry, Catherine. All of this stuff, I just had the little HSR. I'm going to do the different email progression because a lot of those goodies that they give are in the training. So I can't. Yes, the replay will come up. You guys are awesome. All right. Thank you, guys. And I'm wishing you really well. You know, safety in this time for you and your family. And Lisa, great question. Suggestions on getting emails when you're just starting your business. Oh my gosh, I have a lot to say on that. Maybe I'll do that in the next virtual happy hour. I had another really good idea of Stacy, Acuity links to MailChimp if you pay for the $15 a month one. They always try and upsell you. It's free, but the $15 a month does give you a lot more bells and whistles. Yeah, good question. A good way of getting emails is starting by this, you know, posting it on Facebook, posting on Nextdoor, like bringing people in. You got to start building your list, but that's a whole marketing plan for your business. Thank you, Renee. All right, you guys were great. Where do I find the replay? Angela, it's going to take some time. I got to put it all together, and I got to put it in a pretty little, with a little bow and a package, and I will email it to you in a few hours. Yes, I'm going to wait on my happy hour just so I could get that done for you first. And I will see you next week, hopefully. So please stay in touch. Of course, you're going to get email follow-up from me. Don't unsubscribe if you love this sort of stuff, because we're going to do this again. Same time, same place next week, right? Hopefully. Cheers to you and your business. We will get through this. We can adjust. We will adapt, and we will be stronger for it. I absolutely believe that. Wow. All right. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.